Hello, and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So EZA LR Baby is finally in the game. This guy is actually quite good. I do like the way that they designed him. The one thing I do not like about LR Baby is they have this pattern since this guy came out where every baby going forward is going to be based around fighting pure and hybrid Saiyans, which would be fine considering there's like so many of them like in terms of cards, but they're not giving us any pure or hybrid Saiyans fights recently. There is, I believe, only really one in the game. Technically there's two because there's the Turles fight, but it's only up to the second stage because the third stage is against the LR, which is not a pure or hybrid Saiyan. Then there's, you know, the Broly red zone stage, and that's pretty much it in terms of pure and hybrid Saiyan fights. So it gets kind of quirky with Baby here, where you're not really able to ever fully get his passive in a really hard event. There is the like collection, no, not collection of epic battles, the 8th anniversary battle event, where that is also against pure Saiyans, and those enemies do hit kind of hard, so you could definitely use him in there. But like besides that, there really isn't a whole lot of places where you can get this guy's full passive active. Though even without the pure and hybrid Saiyans buff, he is still very, very strong. So I definitely do like how they designed this guy. I think he's quite good. He is weak to the full power category. There is a ton of tech full power units. If you don't have the new full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you could just use the old tech one, as he is also a full power leader and he's going to have type advantage. Then keep in mind, again, since this is an LR EZA, you do want to make sure that you're using a full team of LRs that are at least, that try to have them on the category. If not, just bring a full team of tech LRs and then hope you get good enough RNG to the point where he doesn't one-shot you, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much the gist of it for Baby. I'm eating some nuggets right now. I'm chilling. I have grown away from EZAing these units at 4 a.m. Like, I'm not asleep. I do not have time to wake up at 4 in the morning anymore. Now I feel like it's a lot healthier to do that instead of doing that. For banner drops, I like doing it for banner drops just because it's kind of hype. Like for me, it's just like a traditional thing that I like to do. But in terms of like EZAs and events, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you are never gonna catch me up at 4 in the morning waiting for like a Parunga to drop or a ticket mission to drop, or waiting for my daily missions to reset. Like, I'm not doing that. Again, only for banners am I ever going to even remotely consider waking up, or at least still being up at 4 in the morning, because I tend to be awake to at least like 2 anyway. So waiting an extra 2 hours just to see the new banner is like fine by me. That because I also like to see what's featured on the banner and like give my critiques about it. Now, Baby is technically a buff for LR Omega just because he is a GT boss character. Problem I have is Baby is like the only other GT boss that has pure has big bad bosses. It's him. Then you have Sin and Omega. They are the only ones that have big bad bosses for some reason. I personally think that all of the GT bosses should get big bad bosses. That includes all of the regular Shadow Dragons and Super 17. I see no reason why they shouldn't have it, because they were in fact the big bad bosses, right? Even the characters like Broly, like there's a lot of characters that should have it that don't have it, and then since that they didn't do it in the past, they're never gonna do it ever again, and I hate that. So we really run into a very awkward situation with the GT boss category, where the best unit on the category is probably still LR Omega, but he doesn't have any of his like really powerful links active unless he's next to another Sin or Omega, and it's kind of lame. However, though, Baby doesn't have the same problem that Omega does, where he has to be on a GT boss category. Baby actually works well with 90% of the villains in the entire game. He is an incredibly like gifted character in terms of links. Baby and Janemba are some of the characters in this game that they have decided to give consistently the best link sets in the entire game. Baby, Janemba, and I guess also Turles, because they work well, but literally every single character of their archetype. It does not matter, they will work well with it. It is insanely good the way they do that. So whenever we get a new Baby or a new Janemba or a new Turles, we're really hoping that they're really, really strong. Because if they're good, then that just buffs every single other unit around them that are on their categories. Just making it consistently better across the entire board. And that's something that we need more of. Is just more consistency in terms of like villains and heroes. Heroes, it's pretty easy. Like, they'll tend to have like Pure Sand, or not Pure Sand, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Kamehameha, Super Saiyan, that kind of thing. And there's a very easy like path to follow with a lot of the actual hero characters. But the villains, 90% of them have their own unique links. Like all the Frieza units have like stuff like Universe's Most Malevolent and stuff like that. There's another one, I can't remember. But a lot of the characters have very specific links. Like Gentleman is a very common link for Cell, Attack of the Clones. Really awkward links that only work well with themselves. So you're essentially just waiting for a unit to drop that's the exact same name before you can even use them at their full power. Which, if you know anything about this game, they don't like dropping, for instance, a Cell and then giving us another Cell. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen for a very, 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 very long time. I think about when Int LR Cell dropped, he did not have much of anything because a physical Cell released like a year and a half before or something. And then you had to wait until basically AGL Cell dropped for another Cell card. There was Prime Battle Cell in between that, but Prime Battle Cell doesn't have the same links as Perfect Cell for some reason. So it just gets kind of quirky with them. So we really want these more like Link Battery like villains, stuff like Baby, Janemba, Turles, those guys, because they just work well with everybody. So it's a good day whenever we get a good one of those cards. No, Turles, they kind of fumbled. He's good, but he's not like crazy or anything, so I'm a little sour on that guy. Mainly his support, so lame, the way they decided to lock it behind an intro that doesn't activate unless you're fighting a Goku or like Sun family character. It's so annoying the way they did that. But yeah, the new Dokkan Fest on JP though should be coming out relatively soon. I believe as of right now, I think we should see a teaser for it in like a couple days. Now, I have no idea what it could potentially be. Things that would be nice, of course, Baby. A lot of people were saying that not chain battle, burst mode tends to hint towards the next banner, which has made sense a couple times. For instance, we had during the Kale celebration, we had the Gotenks one, and he was weak to like I believe time limit and heavenly events, and then we got Super Boo. Right, so it does tend to be a little consistent with that. So if we go based on that, the current burst mode that's up right now against Omega's, like the STR Omega's Dokkan event, is based on having Majin Buu Saga and I believe what's the other one? It's like some other like really low quality category. It's like Majin Buu Saga and something else. I think it's like it might be Connected Hope. I think I don't really remember what it was because I did the Majin Buu Saga half with the 8th year LR, but it mainly it's Majin Buu Saga characters that are on both of the teams. Now going based off of that, a Majin Buu Saga unit as the next Dokkan Fest, who would we even want to have? I know Minato wants Majin Buu Saga 18 from the tournament, and I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea at all. Just 18 in general. I'm like, no. As much as 18, I think deserves a Dokkan Fest, Majin Buu Saga 18 is just not interesting. She doesn't really do a whole lot besides like cheese the world tournament against Hercule to get some money. Like it's really nothing insane. So 18 is really not a character that I want to see from the Majin Buu Saga to get a Dokkan Fest. I know some people want transforming Gotenks, like a fusing Gotenks, which I understand. Gotenks is hype for some people, but again, not really very interesting of a unit. Though, the Majin Buu Saga celebration does mean the potential of EZAing Tech Ultimate Gohan, which would be interesting. Anyway, I don't know, that's Willow. Let me know how you guys feel about LR Baby in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.